Well, 2025 is certainly off to a rough start in the stock market. US stocks are down 9% year to date as of this recording on April 23rd. Now, at least for me, I haven't at once felt overly worried or jittery about any of this. In fact, my chief concern has been that I might perhaps be too dismissive of clients' unease about the latest downdraft in stock prices. So I'd like to share with you three different ways to look at the current situation that provide context and maybe even some comfort.
Number 1. Diversification is key.
As I just mentioned, US stocks are down 9% year to date, but you shouldn't have just US stocks in your investment portfolio. If you're a client of mine, you have a globally diversified portfolio of stocks and bonds. You have international developed equities, which are actually up 9% year to date. You also have emerging markets equities, which are up 1%, and you have bonds, which are up 2%. So being diversified in this manner certainly takes the sting off of the decline that we're seeing in the US stock market.
Number 2. You can't time the market.
I am humble enough, or rather, I've been humble enough to know that I can't consistently time markets. In hindsight, could I have seen that we were due for a stock market correction? Oh, absolutely. Valuations were getting too high. But I could have made the case for stocks being overvalued a while ago. And if I had sold out of stocks back then and parked everything in cash, I would have missed out on a lot of upside. Here's a graphic from Vanguard that I really think drives home the importance of staying invested. It shows what a $100,000 investment made in 1988 would have been worth at the end of 2024 under various scenarios. If an investor had kept the entire $100,000 contribution in US stocks during that whole period, then it would have been worth $4.9 million at the end of 2024. However, if this investor had missed the 10 best days along the way, then that contribution would have been worth 52% less, or $2.3 million. How about missing the 20 best days? It would have been worth 72% less, or $1.4 million. You get the idea. I have no clue when those good days will strike, but I'm staying invested so I don't miss any.
Number 3. Stocks provide great long-term returns.
And lastly, nothing fancy here, but I sometimes revisit historical stock price charts to remind myself why we are in stocks in the first place. Here is a 1 year chart of US stocks. And sure, the 1 year price history is not pretty. In fact, you can see right there that stocks fell 19% from February 19th to April 8th. But let's extend the chart back 5 years. And I do like this. Stocks are up over 100% the past 5 years. How about we go back 20 years? So, despite experiencing peak to trough declines of 57% in the 2008 2009 timeframe, 35% in 2020, and 26% mostly in 2022, the prevailing direction has been up and to the right, which is what you want to see as an investor. Do I like stock market volatility? Of course not, but I really think it is the price of admission to have access to the upside that stocks provide over long periods of time. If the recent sell off in stock prices materially disrupted your financial plan, it could be an indication that you don't have an appropriate mix of stocks and bonds in your portfolio based upon your personal circumstances. That is all for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in May.